Like, people think Mike is hot.
Mike's okay.
Mike's very pretty.
Okay. What do you mean?
You're getting so jealous.
No.
You're getting so jealous.
Mike got 24. What are they going to fight with you about? Pokemon Go?
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Rise to Meet You with me, Evelyn Mock.
And me, Nigel.
Yay.
Yes.
We are back, and we're back in Nigel's studio apartment, which is also our studio.
Yeah, it looks good, you know.
Yeah, because you bought, like, blackout curtains.
Yes, new curtains, people. Look at this. With your Patreon money, I bought new blackout curtains. And I'm telling you, it helped me sleep so well.
Does it?
Because I can sleep till 11:30 and it's still completely pitch black in my flat. It's amazing.
Oh my God, but you're losing valuable time for editing. What's
I know.
happening, Nigel?
I'm trying to work a little bit less. I want my flat to... I want to feel like, you know, when I'm in bed, I want to feel like those Thai kids who were stuck in a cave.
Nigel.
That's how blackout curtains should sell themselves. Our curtains block out all the light. That if you want to feel... You'll feel right at home if you were stuck in a cave. With your football team. That's how great our blackout curtains are.
Why did you need to go to the, like, stuck in the cave Thai kids as an analogy?
That's how good the blackout curtains work. I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying this is how good it works.
Oh
okay?
my God.
If I brought one of those Thai kids into my flat, they would have PTSD. That's how good my blackout curtains are. Okay?
I mean, we're not even a minute into the podcast.
This is the vibe of the podcast.
Oh, you keep saying that.
Okay? And Mike, show them a shot of our new blackout curtains, the gray ones. Yeah.
I mean, they're really good for blocking out light, but it does make your studio look more creepy.
What do you mean creepy?
It does.
How is it creepy? Gray is a very modern, contemporary color when it comes to interior design.
Yeah, but it does make it look like something sketchy's gonna go down. And you said you were gonna bring Thai kids back here.
I'm not bringing Thai kids back.
Actually,
that made it sound really bad.
How do they end up going into the cave?
They're just playing around. That's what Thai people do. Nature. They had nature. I've played in caves before in Malaysia.
What?
That's what we do. I know you grew up in Gothenburg where there's 0 caves.
There are 0
There's an
caves,
inverse relationship between number of white people and number of caves.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Name me one white country that has caves. 0.
That has caves.
Yeah. Name me one.
Switzerland?
Does Switzerland have caves?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Just saying.
I never heard anyone go, oh, I'm going to this cave diving holiday in Switzerland, you know? I've never heard that.
So Asians just play in caves randomly?
Caves are fun. It's a natural roof, and they're quite spacious inside. And I have been to many caves in my childhood.
That's such a weird statement to have.
What do you say? How? It's not weird. One of our main tourist attractions in Malaysia is Batu Caves, and that's like a big thing. Yeah.
So what do you do in caves?
Like the tourist attraction one, they made it like a Hindu temple almost, so there's like gods and stuff. But not all caves are like that. Some caves are more natural. When I went to Vietnam, we kayaked into a cave.
That's true, actually. You know? When I went to Guilin in China, we went and we went into the caves. That's also the big tourist attraction because they have like different salt crystals forming and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was quite nice.
Caves are great. White people are missing out on caves, man.
Well, in France, they have caves in France. They have the calanques.
The calanques, what's that?
Yeah, we paddled into a calanque.
Oh.
It's like a cave thing in the water. It was quite nice.
But why hasn't there been any French kids who got stuck in the cave? Why is it always Asians getting the shit end of the deal?
Why is it always Asians getting stuck? I know, Asians keep doing things.
We keep getting stuck in caves.
Because there's no regulation. There's no regulation.
Is there regulation in the French cave?
I bet people just know not to go into the caves. But Asians go into the caves.
What else are we supposed to do? The cave is there. You know, the cave is what not go in?
It's because you don't have video games or anything. You can't afford like a PS4, so you have to go cave diving.
Very offensive. Those Thai kids all have at least a Nintendo DS, okay? And we like caves because it's nature.
It's nature.
Why do you put our own people down? We got caves and electricity, okay? We got both.
Okay, let's just start with the episode. So, I want to start this episode by bringing up something that you guys have just let us know about Mike. So I have to tell you guys, when we went, so the day after we released the podcast, like the YouTube one, we went and had dinner, like a Rise to Meet You team dinner. And I was getting so many DMs and so many YouTube comments about like how hot Mike was. And I was reading them and Nigel was like visibly annoyed. Like Nigel was getting visibly like really bothered.
I'm used to being the hot one on the pod.
No,
You know?
you've deemed yourself that. You've deemed yourself the hot one on the pod.
Yeah, I mean, people tell me that. Our Apple comments, our Apple reviews tell me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody's mom thinks I'm very lang zai. You know?
Everybody's mom. That's
Hey.
the difference. Everybody's mom thinks you're a lang zai, but everybody, like all the daughters, like Mike. That's so funny. I have to laugh myself now because Nigel's refusing to laugh, but that is like so funny.
I don't see the funny. I don't see anything funny about this. I don't see.
I want to read some of the comments. Mike is behind the camera.
Yeah, come
right
to
now.
the camera again, Mike. Come to the camera again.
Come before the camera, and
Yeah,
he's looking
yeah.
very summery. This is
He
Mike.
always wears the same thing.
Hello. Come stand here in the middle.
Yeah, look at his
He
family
doesn't
photo.
always wear the same thing. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
So I'm going to read you the
Okay.
comments. Let's see here. Okay. So I got a DM slide from Vivienne, and she says, "Who is this cute young man?" And then I'm like, "Lol, it's Mike, our videographer." And then Danielle slides in, and she says, "Yo, who is that dude? Is he Korean? Is he single? Feel free to pass along my info." It's so great. And then here, just wanted to know if Mike is single. Love from India. Oh, so many. I love Mike, and I like the panning. So this person is complimenting your work as well. And then, fuck, Mike, the editor, is so cute. Thirsting. I want Mike. So, yeah. Did you guys notice how fake Nigel's laugh was? So that's what you have, Mike.
No, listen. They're intimidated by me. You know, they know I'm unattainable, so they go for
Oh,
the next best thing. They go for the next best thing. Okay, and also, this borderlines on sexual harassment. I've seen the Discord.
Yeah.
The Discord. I asked as the HR person of Rise to Meet You. I cannot accept this. Okay, we tolerate a no sexual harassment policy here at Rise to Meet You.
I will say, the Discord has been popping off with thirsty women going for Mike. And it's so funny to read. And it does make me a bit uncomfortable because Mike is 24. And all the women are like above 30, I think.
Yeah, and they're all married.
And they're all
married, Mike. Are you sure you want to have an affair with our fans? You know?
Oh, so funny. Mike is like the pool boy.
Yeah. After you fuck them and then in bed they just start playing the podcast, you know. Oh yeah, I filmed this. Let's watch Rise to Meet You podcast together.
They're having sex while listening to the podcast. Ew.
Do.
No! Oh my god. No, you know which one you should have played.
What? What?
You know which
Oh
one.
yeah, you are eating my pussy, boy. That is useful. That one is useful.
Sorry, Mike. Nigel, you just complained about sexual harassment, and we're totally just sexually harassing Mike.
I mean, we can do it. We are the CEOs of the company.
Oh, God.
And we all know we get away with it, right?
Harvey Weinstein much?
Hey, listen. Don't associate me with him, okay? I'm trying to keep it all very friendly in the Discord. No sexual
Yeah.
abuse. You can DM Mike privately.
You can. It's at Mike. It's at I'm Mike U.
Yes.
Yes, on Instagram. But I don't. Do you want DMs, Mike?
Yeah. Mike is horny too. Mike just said sure. Yeah.
What do you look
Mike
for?
is thirsty.
What do you look for in a lady?
I don't know. I'm not too picky.
He's not too picky. Okay.
He's not
You
too
have to
picky.
vibe well.
Oh, they have to vibe well.
Have to vibe well.
That's very sweet.
Mike, you're 24. Why are they gonna fight with you about Pokemon Go? I caught a Pikachu today. What did you catch?
I'm totally on your side, Mike, but that was a very funny bird. That was a very funny bird. Sorry. Oh God.
I love you, Mike. Just kidding, man. Just playing around, man.
But this is what we have now. We have Mike, who's our hot videographer.
You have a hot host and hot videographer, you know? So that's fine. That's fine.
Do you want to move on?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, I don't really care. I mean, sexually harass Mike as much as you want. I don't really give a shit, to be honest.
No, don't sexually harass him, but do give him compliments. And if you want
Yeah.
to go meet him, slide into his DMs.
Send in some tits, you know? Send some nudes to
Don't
Mike.
do that, please.
Why?
Do you? No, I'm not
Do you
going to
like
ask
do you
if
like
you
getting
want.
nudes, Mike? Do you like getting nudes?
No, don't.
I think what guy doesn't like nudes? You know, it's not like you have to see it. You know, it's not like you have to save it. You know what I mean? They send it to you, you can delete them,
Oh, dear.
right?
Well, as long as you don't send nudes to people unsolicited.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
just don't do it because
Oh no,
It's
do
just
it.
not a good
Send it
idea.
to me. Unsolicited. Just feel free to bombard me with your nudes. I don't give a shit.
oh dear.
You know, I enjoy them. If they look good, I enjoy them. Make sure it has good lighting because, as we established, I'm very particular about lighting. So make sure it's good lighting.
Actually, for yeah, if you want to send me nudes, send them to Nigel too, because I don't appreciate unsolicited nudes.
I think the problem with dick pics is that it's usually very low production value because guys suck at taking photos, but women's like tit pics or like body pictures, they tend to be like well lit as a nice mirror because women tend to be better at taking photos and selfies. They had practice. So you actually don't hate dick pics. You hate the non-artistic, the dick pics with no eye for photography. That's what you hate.
No, I think I hate dick pics.
Really?
Actually, there was a lady who was like dressing up penises in like little costumes and taking photos that way, and that was quite funny. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. If you want to,
What about a nicely manscaped dick? You know, and a nice hard one, not like a flop. Those send a floppy one. You know what I mean?
It's just so aggressive. Dick pics are just so aggressive. It's just like, here it is. Here's this.
Is the whole guy, the guy's full frontal shot, so that you see his whole body, including the face.
I think that's even worse because
Really?
yeah, because
That means he bought a tripod
Yeah.
to take that dick pic. That means he used a self timer on the camera. He put it for 10 seconds.
yeah, exactly.
And he has to get hard in 8 seconds. You know, beep.
Oh my god.
And he had to step back and.
How do you even pose for that?
I don't know. I don't know. I never sent one before. I don't know. Just watch some. I don't know. Go on Grindr, see how they pose for that. Maybe hands behind your back. You know, that kind of.
Like, here you are.
Yeah. Let me present this to the world. That kind of
Oh
thing.
gosh.
Yeah. So what have you been up to this week?
I've been so stressed, Nigel. Oh
Why?
my god. Because I've been moving. So I'm moving out of my house share in London, and I'm gonna move into my own flat in November. But in between, I'm gonna save money, so I'm gonna go back to Sweden. So I have so much stuff I didn't know, and I'm trying to like make it so that I don't have to move everything, but I need to move some bits. So my clothes, basically, I have like I figured out. I think I have about 100 kilos of clothes.
Oh my God.
It's so much. And it's like so many bags. So basically, I went back to Sweden for a film shooting, and then I'm back now because I have to finish off my move. And I thought I'd bring like my stuff back to Sweden in those 2 days when I was shooting. So I packed the bags, and it ended up being like 4 bags. So I was like, okay, I'm going to bring these 4 bags to Sweden. And my housemate, he was like, why? Why are you putting yourself through this? Like, why don't you just get a storage, or why don't you just like ship it to Sweden? And I had no good answer except for like, I'm Asian. Like, I was like, that's literally
Wait.
my answer. I'm Asian.
So you took the stuff back, knowing that you're coming back to London in
Yes.
November.
Yes. And we'll have to bring the stuff back to London. But it's like, that's what Asians do. Like, you don't waste money on
Yes.
storage.
I know that is what we do.
Yeah.
And you go to the airports, you see Asians with like 5 bags per person.
Yes,
just checking
exactly.
it. Not even a bag, just a box.
No, just
That's
a
a box.
box.
Fuck bags. Fuck Toomey. Fuck Samsonite. We don't need luggage. Let's just go to the Chinese supermarket and get unknown box number 2.
Yeah. And just pack it with like food
Yeah.
and then plastic wrap it so that it doesn't get like destroyed during the trip.
Why do Asians plastic wrap everything? All the luggage. It's like they're thinking, oh no, what if someone steals my stuff?
Yeah.
I know. Let's put a thin sheet of plastic over it. They'll deter the thieves. Someone comes with a knife and let me steal some stuff. Oh no, there's plastic. I can't do it anymore. My plans foiled again by shrink wrap.
It's so Asian. Oh my God.
Maybe they want to do it. The boxes look cheap. So
The
they
boxes
think,
look
okay, there's not going to be
cheap.
anything valuable in there. But
Yeah.
it turns out there's Louis Vuitton and Gucci, all the stuff. in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. All of the like brand names, like a Mac computer and everything in
Yeah,
there.
but you don't have any of that.
I don't have any.
So why don't you
of
just throw your
that.
shit away? So bring it back 4 bags of trash to your flat to your parents' flat that is already full of trash. So you add trash to trash. I've seen your backdrop. There's a reason we only started doing live video podcasts when Evelyn's in my flat.
Oh my
Okay.
God. It's true. Actually, I have so much stuff. There's
That's
so much
trash.
stuff.
It's trash.
And also, I have like stuff that I used to have in Stockholm at my parents' house. So I have like a full setup for an apartment in my parents' house, and it's all packed away. It's all packed away. But it's like I just didn't have like that's what Asians do. Like you don't pay for storage. Like if I told my parents I'm paying for storage, they're like, "Hiya,
嘥錢啊."
Yeah, exactly.
Wasting money.
嘥錢啊！你有咁多錢咩？
Do you have so much money?
Yeah.
That's what Evelyn said. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, that is true though. I've never seen my parents or any Asian friends do storage.
No.
It's a new concept.
It's a new concept.
I've started to get to grips with it too.
Yeah.
It's like, what? You put stuff somewhere and pay people money? What?
Yeah.
What?
What if they take your stuff?
Yeah. What if the stuff disappears? What if there's an earthquake and the earth opens up and the stuff falls in? You know?
And also, like when I went back, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna quarantine for 2 weeks. I'll try and get like an Airbnb or a hotel." And when I told my parents, they're like, "What? You have that much money? If you have that much money, just give it to us. Quarantine at home. Like we'll wash our hands. We'll wear the masks. Why are you wasting money?" And I was like, "I'm doing it so that I don't affect you." And they're like, what are you? This isn't that serious."
Hey, money to an Asian parent, money is more important than health.
Yeah, I know.
If you give them, hey, we'll inject COVID into you, but we'll give you $10,000. They're like, yeah, inject COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inject
Do it both arms. Do it both arms. I want 20K. Do it both arms.
Yeah, and then before they get the injection, wait, I have to see if the money's come in. I have to see if the money's come in. Okay, inject me.
Yeah.
I can die now. Oh my God.
I'll take 10K for COVID.
Yeah?
You know? That'll be
Because-
fun.
Well, you could probably survive it.
I think so.
I think you've had it, but you've been asymptomatic.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Why do you think that?
Because I totally had it, and
Oh,
we
you
spent
gave
so
it to
much
me.
time together.
My God.
Like I had it.
That's true.
Do you remember like all the episodes where I was just coughing,
You were just ill.
where I was ill?
January to March.
Yeah, and we had so many guests.
Oh, shit.
We had so many guests. Like, I swear. Like, I'm patient zero. I affected the whole Chinese community.
in Britain, yeah. We need to go back to our guest episodes and email them. Are you still alive?
Yeah.
Hey, Rick Keysweater, are you still alive?
Hi, Jen, Celestial Peach. How are you doing? I honestly think I infected so many people with COVID. Like, because when I had it, it was in February. I had like the flu, but I got it during a tour in Sweden. So I was like staying at 3 different hotels, one of which was the Hilton in Stockholm, and was like just coughing and like being really ill. And then I remember I went to the breakfast buffet at the Hilton one day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and have breakfast. I got all my food, like just
You just cough into the honeydew.
Yeah.
The fruit.
Just like into the waffles, and then sat down. I took one bite of the omelet, and then I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I just left all the food. I just went up to my room, and I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, I feel so ill. And then I came back here and did podcasts with you.
And you have the nerve. When we went to dinner, you had the nerve to be like, hey, don't use your spoon in my food, okay? Use a public spoon. 公筷. Use a 公筷. And you had the nerve to say that.
It's because I had the guilt of infecting people the first time. And I was like, I don't want to do this the second time. I don't want like a comeback tour of my infection.
I know I infected hundreds of people, but do not touch your food spoon in my food, please. Your dirty, diseased spoon.
That's true, because you were like, can I have some of your mango sago? And I was like, yeah, here's a spoon. And then you took and you ate with a spoon, but then you sucked through the straw.
Yeah, it was hard to eat mango sago using a spoon.
Yeah.
So I use both. I use the spoon and I use a
And
straw.
the straw.
And you got annoyed. You're
Yeah.
like, ugh, I don't want this anymore. Yeah. You were the one infecting everyone.
I was like, Nigel, I'm not going to have this now.
Wow. After being patient zero for 5 months. Now she's like, oh no.
Oh, I just want to apologize to everybody.
Well, I think you
really
need to get an antibody test.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Oh my God.
And maybe I need to too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's great because throughout lockdown, I never saw anyone. So I'm very responsible.
Oh.
Yeah. 0 people. For the record.
I'm laughing a bit too hard at that.
What? It's all the truth, people. But speaking of airports,
Oh my God.
Asia's at airports. I remember the first time going to the US. Yeah, I never been abroad that far before. I was going by myself, right? And my mom would tell me, like, oh, okay, if you go to the airport and someone tells you to help them hold something, don't hold it.
Yeah, I know.
If an old lady says, oh, can you carry this over the customs for me? Don't do it. It's drugs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Every time I went back to Hong Kong as well, they're like, oh, if there's an old lady who wants your help, don't do it. She's tricking you.
Yeah.
They're gonna take your money, or they're gonna put drugs in your bag.
I'm
It's
like, who's giving out free drugs? I would love to have some. You know how many times I've been to Heathrow? There's an empty luggage. Just walking around saying, drugs, please. Drugs, please. I'll mule it over for you. They put the drugs in my bag, and then I'll take an Uber back home. I'm not even gonna. So you're moving, and then how are you gonna find someone to take over your room?
I mean, I found somebody very last minute though, because nobody wants to move during a pandemic, understandably. But because we were interviewing people, and then I was asking people to wear masks, and then we had to wear masks too, and I think we really scared one of the people. Like, he was already like a really nervous guy. And so when he came in, I was wearing a mask, and then I was like, yeah, let's meet the roommates. And he walks into the kitchen, and it's just like 5 other people in masks, and we're all standing like around him in a circle really far apart from each other. So it becomes like a natural circle, and he's in the middle, and we're all just wearing masks and looking at him. And I'm like, oh, I think he's going to get killed. Like, he thinks he's going to get killed.
What kind of questions were you asking him?
Oh, we were just like, oh, what do you do for a living? Like, oh, how many, like, do you have family around here? Like, we're just asking him, questions you ask when people move. So it's like, but also because of those questions, it was like, oh, God, he thinks we're going to kill him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I haven't had those questions thrown at me before because I haven't had housemates in years now.
Oh.
Which is, I think after you graduate uni, you should stop having housemates ASAP. Okay? And Evelyn, it's a big milestone for Evelyn because she's 32 and she's finally not going to have housemates anymore. Let's give it up for her. Hey! Better late than never, people. Better late than never.
I used to own and live in my own apartment in Stockholm.
Yeah, you can't, but that's gone now. That's the past. You can't relive the glory days, okay? You have to focus on the now.
I'll focus on the now.
Look how far you've fallen. You used to own property in one
know.
of the most expensive cities in the world. And now you have 4 housemates?
I have
Right?
5 housemates.
Yeah.
I have 5 housemates. And
you got COVID?
Bad.
You got
Yeah, I
5 housemates?
COVID.
And you have diabetes. My God, how the mighty have fallen.
And I was depressed.
Yeah, and
because
anxiety.
Of a narcissistic abusive relationship. Yeah. Oh
Wow.
my God, so
From
much.
Stockholm to this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting because I am moving up because I'm like, okay, I want to start a new chapter in my life, which is also like, I want to start seeing people, and I can't bring potential people back home to a house that I share with 5 other people where like the toilet sometimes isn't cleaned after somebody's pooped in it.
Oh.
And like, I'm like, yeah, I don't want this to represent me. I'm better than this. So
I
I'm
would
like,
say
okay, I'll move up.
That represented you accurately last year. That represented
I know.
2019 Evelyn perfectly.
Oh my God, I know.
But 2020 Evelyn is moving up now, No poop stains in her bathroom.
And like when I walked in, Mike was like, hey, oh, your face looks so much cleaner. I was Thank you, Mike. Because I have wanted people to notice because I've been doing skincare and it looks better. But he was so blunt. He was like, it looks cleaner.
It looks cleaner. Not even smoother, well moisturized.
You're
just
glowing.
Cleaner. Yeah.
Just cleaner.
Which implies your face used to look dirty.
I know.
You used to have dirt on your face.
I know. And now I'm doing like my 2-step cleansing every morning, every night, hyaluronic acid, all of that stuff.
Yeah. You can't have
Oh my
skincare when you
God.
have housemates. They'll steal it.
Oh my, I've been so worried that that somebody's gonna put their dirty finger into my
Ugh.
LME's cleansing balm.
Ugh.
I'm just, yeah, you can't. I keep all my stuff in my room.
Yeah. You have to keep your skincare in your room, and
Yeah.
you have to keep your rice cooker in your room.
I did
The
keep
rice
my
cooker
rice
you
cooker.
got from our sponsors, Yum Asia.
Yes.
The only place to go if you want to get a rice cooker and you live in UK or Europe.
Yes, definitely. And I actually want to bring up something that was brought to my attention on Discord.
Okay.
But there was a little discussion between Yum Asia and one of our listeners about how to clean the rice.
Oh, okay.
How do you clean your rice?
I just put it in the rice cooker bowl, right? That comes with the rice cooker.
Uh-huh.
And then I just put water and just swipe it around with my hand
So
a few times.
you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to do it?
So according to Yum Asia and my mom, I will say, because my mom tells me to do this too, you shouldn't clean the rice in the rice bowl because sometimes sometimes the rice corns are so thick and kind of, what's it called, abrasive, that if you clean it in the rice bowl, you can kind of clean away the enamel of the bowl. So you should clean it in like a separate kind of bowl, plastic bowl, and wash it and throw it out. And then when it's clean, put it into the rice bowl. and cook it.
Hiya, too much work. Too much work. Uncle Roger don't want to clean like that. Uncle Roger clean the rice cooker bowl. Rice cooker bowl broken. I buy new one.
And you can also find that on yumasia.co.uk because they also sell replacement bowls.
Yes, they do.
They have you covered.
They do. Use the code Uncle Roger at checkout. That's UNCLEROGER for 10% off all the Yum Asia rice cooker brands. It's a really great deal.
It really is. So many people have used it, or all the listeners have used it, and you get the 10% off. And you also get like a gift if you get the bamboo, which I have. You get a thermos. But yeah, if you use it, like screenshot it and post it to us, and we'll share it and let Yum Asia know.
That's not smart business decision then, Yum Asia. You should tell people. You should clean it in the bowl. So they break the bowl, the enamel wears off, then you're like, oh, we have a replacement. Yum Asia, we're helping you. Stop telling people the proper way to wash the rice.
But they want it to last longer, which is good. That means that they're a good company. They're honest, and they want the customers to get the most use out of their products.
Yeah. They are a good company because we have gotten a lot of nice comments on our Discord about how good their rice
Yeah.
cookers are.
A lot of
You
people
know?
have gotten them. And we really appreciate when you tell us
Yeah.
because we see if you guys like it. I'm surprised that a lot of our listeners didn't have rice cookers.
Yeah, I know. Because most of them have white husbands. That's the issue. See how we get corrupted? See how we lose our culture?
What do you mean? Like white husbands who are like, no, honey.
No. We'll buy a Le Creuset. We'll buy a cast iron skillet. Okay?
Cook rice in a cast iron skillet.
No, that's what my ex told me to buy. No, but she didn't tell me to buy. She did most of the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was like, no, let's not get a rice cooker. Let's get a cast iron Le Creuset. It looks nicer on the kitchen. And it does look nicer than a rice cooker. I admit that. It looks very prestigious, very, 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 very bougie.
Then did you never have rice?
Yeah, we made it in the saucepan.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
My
yeah,
ex, because she's
Yeah.
she's white. So. But race doesn't play a part. I love them for who they are inside. Race doesn't play a part.
Why did you feel the need to add that?
Well, I feel like you're judging me.
Well, I am, yeah.
See?
But I don't-
But we did ended up getting a rice cooker eventually.
When she, oh yeah, no, you
Before
were
she
still
left.
together.
Before she left. Yeah, we were still together.
I remember Nigel making and at that point, we didn't really know each other.
Yeah.
But you made such a big deal of it. You were like, yeah, I'm going to go into Chinatown and I'm going to get a Zojirushi rice cooker. I was like, okay, dude.
Wait, did I? Oh, I was very excited, wasn't I?
You were
Yeah.
so excited. And you were like, yeah, do you have a rice cooker?
Well, that was when you still hated your culture. So of course you didn't share my excitement.
I had a rice cooker.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why were you excited about it?
Because I'm like, everybody has a rice cooker.
No.
Why is it such a big deal? You weirdo. Rice cooker, honestly, like rice cooker is the thing that my mom sent with me when I moved away from home.
Yeah,
She sent me a
it's
rice
the only thing in your mom's flat that's not trash. You know,
True.
it's
She-
like piles of trash, garbage, old shirts, boxes, rice cooker.
Do you want some shirts for Uncle Roger? I could get you some shirts.
please.
My dad's old shirts.
No. No, I don't want to have the smell of Francis Mock.
It's the smell of hard work. And building yourself up in a new country from nothing.
Yes. They don't make colognes that smell like that for a reason. Okay? They make Dior Sauvage. They don't make Mock building a country up from nothing. Okay?
Mock immigrant cologne.
They get Johnny Depp with working in a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah. I've always admired the hard work of the Chinese immigrant, but
That's
unfortunately, I'm white.
I always admire the hard work of the Chinese immigrant. That's why I only wear Francis Mock.
Yeah. The immigrant story cologne.
Yeah.
And now I can get mistaken for a hardworking immigrant.
And then Xing Francis Mock, egg fried rice.
different egg fried rice, like a hard day at the takeaway. And then the disappointment of your daughter not appreciating your hard work. Another one. Nagging wife.
Chanel number 42, chop suey.
This is a sketch. This is a sketch. Oh my god.
We need to do this. We need to make this sketch.
Immigrant said, you can smell like hard work and sacrifice.
Oh, God.
And now back to the show.
But it's good that I'm moving out because all your housemates, none of them are like East Asian.
Now, I have a South Asian housemate, but he's basically white.
Yeah, so-
He's been on the podcast. Sunil
Yeah, Sunil
Patel.
Patel,
You can
yes.
listen to the episode. But it's true. Like, it's interesting because they do appreciate it when I like cook for them and stuff. So they do like the Asian culture that way. Although I had one of my housemates, she was like ordering from Uber Eats and she was asking for recommendations. And I was like, oh, you should try this Chinese restaurant. It's really good. And she was like, okay, yeah. And then she gets the delivery and I can see it's not from there. And I'm like, why didn't you get that? And she was like, oh, yeah, I went online and looked at their hygiene rating and it's really low. And I was like, that's how you know it's good. That's how you know Chinese food is good.
Yeah.
If the restaurant has terrible hygiene rating.
You don't want a clean Chinese restaurant.
No.
All right? You're like, what are you hiding? Where's the flavor?
Yeah, exactly.
You want a dirty one.
You want a dirty one. And I'm like, the thing is, I don't think even it's dirty. I just think it's because Chinese food is prepared in different ways. So like the way that they prepare it, like, you know, hanging like a roast duck
Yeah.
or something, or hanging meat out to dry. I just think that maybe breaks the hygiene rules of the UK, but it's not necessarily poor hygiene. It's just a different way of preparing.
No, it's poor hygiene.
Okay.
It's poor hygiene. Meat out in the open. That is poor hygiene. Let's not try to sugarcoat this. Let's not try to sugarcoat. Meat on a hook, like that's not dry cured meat. Yeah, that's
bad hygiene. Actually, I was in Cambodia and we went, like, we'd been warned to not eat the street food because we would get, like, you know, food
Yeah.
poisoning. And so we were like, why is it so bad? And we went to the market and we could just see like the meat just hanging out of the refrigerator all day in the sun, just blasted. And I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
We're not going to eat the street food.
that's why your housemate was smart
Yeah.
to not get your recommendations.
Maybe it's like because I'm Asian, I can take like Asian restaurants in the EU, that level of poor hygiene, but I can't take Cambodia street market like meat poor hygiene. Like that's my kind of level, and she's Spanish, so she can't take the Asian restaurant.
Yeah, they only do what like ham.
Jamón.
Yeah, jamón.
Ibérico. Yeah.
Jamón is like the worst meat
What? It's so good.
compared to crispy pork.
Why do you compare everything to crispy pork?
I love crispy pork. It's my only joy in life now. Crispy pork.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
if you take it away, if I were on death row, that's my last meal, crispy
Really?
pork. Yeah.
Oh.
And some other stuff I haven't thought about yet, but I know I definitely want crispy pork on there. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
with a chablis, crispy pork and a like nice white wine.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't eat crispy pork with a white wine. You eat it with like a beer.
That's okay, that works too. But that doesn't matter. Crispy pork is the main star here.
With a chablis.
Yeah. I'm trying to elevate Asian cuisine.
Oh God.
Prepare with a chablis, okay? I'll sit on the floor, I'll squat on the floor and eat it, but I want to be served along with a chablis.
No, you want it with a chrysanthemum tea in one of those like little yellow packages. That's what,
The juice boxes.
Yeah, or a soybean drink.
Yeah, okay, fine.
We were talking about going to Hong Kong actually.
We did, and we should, but I think Hong Kong's not letting anyone in.
No.
So
I looked it up. Yeah, they're not letting anybody in who's not a citizen. So Mike can go.
But they love Uncle Roger. Maybe if I just go there in my orange shirt.
Oh, Uncle Roger,
Yeah,
come
Uncle Roger,
in.
come. If I go like this, it'll be like, no. And I put on my orange polo. Like, yeah, come.
Where's Tony?
Tony here, Tony. This is Tony. You have to pretend you're a guy,
I
you
can
can wear a
pretend to be
suit.
Tony. Yeah.
And also, when you eat, like, I think Asians, we just judge food differently, right?
Yeah.
You ever get dessert with Asian people?
Yeah.
The highest compliment you can give to a dessert as an Asian is not too sweet.
Yeah.
Not too sweet, right?
Yeah.
I've been out to dessert with so many other Asian friends,
Oh
and
my God.
I know they enjoy it because they're like, not too sweet, not
Yeah.
too sweet.
They're like, oh, just good enough. That's why we have like beans for dessert. Because for some reason, just don't like it too sweet.
yeah. And
It's so
but
funny.
white people love it sweet.
Oh my
like
God.
you give them like a panna cotta.
Yeah.
No white person eats like a panna cotta and goes, oh, not too sweet, not too
Yeah.
sweet. They'll have a brownie and go, oh, it's so rich. It's
Yeah.
so rich. So that's how white people
So
compliment
rich.
desserts.
Yeah.
Asians we say not too sweet.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's so
But white
funny.
desserts are so rich, right? They're all so like dense and heavy.
Yeah, it's like cheesecake or like cake. It's really, I get a bit ill now after I have like cheesecake or cake.
From the cake or from the diabetes?
Yeah, probably the diabetes. You're right. I should stop eating sugar. I really should. We were out and you were like, do you think this is a good idea with your diabetes? And I was like, yeah.
That's why I use your spoon on purpose, so you stopped eating it. I'm such a good friend. I try to contaminate Evelyn's food
Oh my God.
so her diabetes stays in check.
Yeah, I need to stop eating sugar.
You need to start drinking, okay? Drunk people don't want to have dessert. It's true.
But that's equally as bad. That's
Is
a
it?
lot of sugar and beer and alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm.
But you get drunk easily, so you just drink a little bit. And
I
then you
do.
just- yeah.
Like one bottle of beer and you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Wow. Hey,
No.
listen, guys. Have you heard that? Did you hear that? One bottle of beer, you can do anything you want to Evelyn.
Again, please respect me. Please respect me.
That's so cheap to any beer. Any beer. I just go to off license, buy
Yeah.
you a red stripe.
Yeah, any
Okay.
beer. I'm such a lightweight. But the thing is, I was talking to a friend and he's like, well, if you want to start, because I want to start like hooking up with people and stuff. And he's
Wow.
like, it's just easier if you get drunk.
I have to say, Evelyn's getting more and more desperate as the more episodes we record. Right? I feel a month ago it was just, well, I want to start dating people seriously again and start seeing and make a connection with people. And last week, I want to start, sowing my seed. That's what you said, right? I want to start spraying my Yakult all
Oh
over the
my
place.
God.
Remember that, listeners,
Not
from last
the
week?
Yakult.
Yeah, we'll add a YouTube link to a card to the last week's episode. And now you're like, I want to be a slut. Call me a whore, people. I want to be a whore. Let me suck all the dicks.
I actually saw a tweet of a girl. She was like, as soon as lockdown ends, I'm just going to go out and suck dick like what was it? A Dementor? Which was quite funny.
So
But,
you want to hook up with people.
well, date and hook up. Like,
I think next week Evelyn's gonna come and start stripping. So I really want to sleep with someone, please, please.
I think, honestly,
This is a place with great lighting. Let me strip down right now.
I need a place with bad lighting if I'm going to strip. Bad lighting, please. But
Why are you so desperate?
I think I am actually becoming it because I had a sex dream about a friend. And I was like, and it wasn't even good. Like, it was like, okay, so it was like we decided that we were going to do it and we were in bed. And then he said something as a joke. And then as a joke, I was like, nah, okay, I'm not going to do it now. And then he was like, oh, fine. But then he was like, over me? Like, and all of a sudden he was like, oh, I just came on your back. And I was like,
Wow.
what? Like he wasn't even, did you fuck the air? But like that was the sex dream I had, Nigel. So even my dreams are really, really bad.
I just think you don't know how sex works. Suddenly he's over me. Like, what? What is that? Where's the foreplay? Where's the making out?
Well, yeah.
I've never been. I hope to anyone I've slept with before, I hope they don't describe the encounter as suddenly he's over me.
Well, yeah. Well, that was the thing. I was like, even in my dreams, I can't have like a steamy encounter. Even my dreams are like kind of lame and pathetic. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I don't know. I hope you find someone soon. I hope you find someone who doesn't come on your back because
Yeah.
the cleanup is terrible.
Yeah.
You
How
know?
do I reach?
Yeah, you can't even reach.
How do I?
So
how do I do it?
You have to lie down on your front, and then he has to like take a towel and wipe you off. You don't want that after sex. The wipe down.
Well, that's the thing. Like the
He
moment
sprays
after...
anti-bac on you. Psst, psst, psst,
Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
I hope you find someone, man.
How will you help me find someone?
I don't know. Fuck Mike. Why don't you do it? Want to do it, Mike?
No,
Why?
he's like my son.
We get a discount.
What?
Will
I'm
you-
gonna pay him?
No, for the videography work.
Why do you give that? You're trying to make everything business.
I mean, how else am I gonna benefit from this? Right? I want to benefit from Mike fucking you. So I need to find a way to extract some value from it.
Listeners, see, this is how it is working with Nigel.
Hey, I'm a great boss to work for. You know, did I text you at
Are
2
you
a.m.
my
this
boss?
week? No. I'm talking about Mike. We are partners of this company. Okay. Why are you so weird? I'm just asking you to fuck Mike. How is that weird?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Very sorry, Mike.
Don't sleep with Mike. Don't sleep with Mike.
Very
you know?
sorry.
Too incestuous.
Too incestuous.
You
Oh
know.
my god.
But you are the likable one on the pod. You know, our pod has grown a lot on YouTube. So we're very thankful, and I got a lot of comments and Apple reviews saying that, oh, I found the podcast through Nigel, but I stayed for Evelyn.
Aww.
Yeah.
You make me
Thank
feel
you.
special.
I mean, this is the one you prefer. This is the one you. Evelyn, oh, I love her giggle so much. I love her giggles.
Come on, Nigel.
I don't want to do that. I actually want to get laid, okay? Maybe there's a reason why nobody's had sex with you yet, because you do this. And then you're like, do it with me! Do it with me!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It scares guys away! Especially white guys. You imagine going on a date
Oh my god.
with,
Oh
with Jake, and then you're like,
Jake, that's the worst name.
why is that the worst name? It's just a white
Jake.
name. Dave.
Uh,
Hey, Dave! For the listeners who are listening to the audio only for, we are doing finger hearts to the camera.
We're doing the Korean finger.
Sorry for the audio only peeps, but you can check it out on YouTube.
Check it. If you're a white guy and you can see past this, I'm here. Slide into my DM. I love doing this. It's so funny. Okay.
You are. You are the more likable one on the pod, you know.
That's so nice.
But I'm
Thank
surprised.
you.
Like, you should be a lot more successful than you are. Let's put it that way. Everybody who meets you likes you. Why is the unlikable one me? Why am I the one bringing the business in?
Because you don't have crippling anxiety and you have an ego.
That explains it.
Oh my god, no, but I think that's very nice of you to say, Nigel.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for the lovely comments. But I think it's because I had such a long time. It was because of the depression brought on by the narcissistic, abusive relationship.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there. Every time we talk about it, it bums everybody out. So, shit gets serious. And she treats me like a therapist.
I do. I treat this podcast like a therapist because I can't get a hold of my therapist. She won't answer my emails. I hope she's okay. I hope it's her and not me.
I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, God.
So listeners, if you want to... Yeah, Evelyn's very kind. So if you want to sleep with her, if you're single... But the thing is, you keep complaining about creepy men.
I do, yeah.
So, like, beggars can't be choosers, you know?
I beg to differ.
You start with the creeps first, then get your sex chops down.
No!
And then you can upgrade. Because what if you meet like a really nice guy, you get along so great, and then your sex chops suck. And then he's like, oh, I don't want to sleep with her anymore.
Then he wasn't a nice guy to begin with.
What? Oh, realization. Epiphany.
Please do that every time you get a realization on the podcast, Nigel. Please.
Ooh, I'm thinking back to my past history now.
Oh.
That's why. Is that what women think? Oh.
Nigel.
Listeners, go leave us a nice rating and review
God.
on Apple Podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Take a screenshot, share it to your Instagram stories of what you're watching or listening. Subscribe, turn on notifications for this YouTube channel if you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
And follow us on social media. I'm at Mr. Nigel Ng.
And I'm at Evelyn Mock.
We are going to leave all that in so people can see how bad you are at plugging yourself. That's why you're the likable but not successful one, because you're like, what's your social media handle? At How many times have we done this now?
I was just, I guess it's two ats after each other, and I got confused. It was very confusing. Oh, God. But also follow the podcast at Rise to Meet You Pod on most things. And we have a Patreon where you have like extra bonus content, especially a lot of things that I cut out that Nigel says, which you can listen to there.
We cut out anything from this app? I don't think so. We'll keep all of it in.
We're going to cut a lot out.
No, we're going to keep all the Thai cave children stuff in.
Oh, you can't say that.
What?
No, it's going to make it hard to cut out.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Thank you for listening, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.
Thank you so much to all our patrons for supporting the podcast. So if you like the work we do, you like Uncle Roger, and you like the podcast, please consider donating a few bucks each month to our Patreon. Link will be in the show notes or the description. If you want to shout out our patrons at the Rice Emperor tier and above: Abby Campbell, AJ Revels, Elvin Ko, Amy Wong, NM, Andy Lloyd, Andrew Aoyong, Angela Din, Asian Snacks, Augustus Lloyd, Ben Jen, Brendan, Carl Moody, Chia Yi, Kara Forty, Chris Kit Wong, Christina Doris, Christy Lincoln, Daniel Lee, Daniel Sowers, David Prostosa, Debbie Lee, Diana Von Rettig, Dill, Chen Youzhe, Doug Wheaton, Elizabeth Hay, Erica Caribou, Stephanie Lee, Francisca, Gabriella Bromley, Georgie Ma, Geraldine Wan, Grace Rods, Haley Devereaux, Holly Smith, Hyung Black, Purion Kang, Iris Holland, Christine Walker, Yan Godfrey, Janet Toh, Jarrett, Jeff Chow, Jenny Chan, Judith Abraham, Carr, Carrie, Keto Ken, Krishna, Laura Lee, Leong, Little Sushi, Laurie Hunt, Manwa Siu, Martina Gartner, Miles Newell, Mariah Bell, Norhidaya Razali, Perry Amalatitara, D-Team Emergency Response Team Wimbledon, Philip Squires, Rebecca Lam, Rebecca Tracy, Sabrina, Sakura Iwagami, Sandy, Sydney Mankowski, Sin, Sophie Tan, Susie Su, Simeng Lau, Teresa Koo, Tom Green, Vera, Viruni Vera Vong, Vivian Zhou, Wakas Ali, Wilson Yao, Winnie Wood, and Xiao Han Liao. Thank you so much for your support. See you next week.